founded Ghost Fleet Oyster Company in 2019. I was an avid fisherman, Rachel is a scientist, and we sort of had those passions collide, and it sort of spawned into a sustainable oyster farm. Oysters love the intertidal zone, so that sort of zone between high tide and low tide, and so in order to keep the oysters as clean as possible for customers, we have to create an intertidal zone on the farm. What you're looking at behind us here is we're drying those oysters. We dry them for a period of time and then return them to the water, and then they're held there for a period of time before we can sell them. We're creating that intertidal zone so those oysters can be as clean as possible, and it's the best possible product that we can bring to market. We are a three-part company, so we farm oysters out here in the water, but we also do a lot of education. So we offer farm tours, we offer 4-H educational adventures, to 4-H groups or pretty much anybody that wants to educate themselves. And then we have an oyster shell recycling program where we kind of complete the cycle. We grow the oyster, teach about the oyster, and then we recycle the oyster.
Ever since 2020, the Coastal Federation has been helping to collect oyster shells from restaurants, from the public, from oyster roasts and other events, and then working with the State Division of Marine Fisheries and other nonprofits to put it back in the water to grow new oysters.
Flip it, we're gonna flip it inside. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's the heavy one.
Oysters do a lot of things for us. They help to filter the waters. They also help to provide fish habitat for up to 300 different species of commercial and recreational important species. In addition to that, oysters themselves are food that we enjoy eating and that other fish enjoy eating. We call that the 3 Fs, the 3 Fs of oysters being food, filter, and fish habitat.
Yeah, I love eating oysters, right? But I love knowing that my kids are gonna have great local clean waters, hopefully for forever. With the recycling component, we can harvest this beauty of Mother Nature, but then the recycling side is giving something back so that then the oysters can have great homes to set on for many generations to come. And it's cool to work with the Coastal Federation and Division of Marine Fisheries to see those oysters going into areas where they can be harvested for consumption, or also in sanctuary work where they're going to be preserved for long periods of time.
It's very gratifying to see that full circle of the oyster harvest to the table, back into the water, growing new oyster reefs. Oysters are such an important keystone species in our estuaries, and they're so vital to the health of the Sound. They serve as the canary in the coal mine, if you will, for our estuaries, and so it makes me feel really good to know that the Federation and me personally are involved in this process of making sure that we're doing everything we can to collect those oyster shells and get them back into the water.